everybody. Welcome again back to the Jeff and Hammy Show. I'm Hammy.
And I'm Jeff.
Today, we're going into some real training. So Jeff and I got some questions for each other. He's written some common objections down. I've written some common objections down. Before we go into the common objections that we're going to role play in, what are we supposed to do as a sales professional here? I'm going to go over this and let Jeff talk, and then we're going to go into our role play. So I think at least having one or two good rebuttals to someone's common objection is important to being a sales professional. Some of sales trainers here on YouTube are like real slick and all that. I don't want to be that person. You know why? Because I want to have customers that are repeat referral business. I want them to be mostly a laydown. I don't want to have a grinder customer all the time. But when I do get that customer, I want to be prepared to handle the objection, at least have one or two good rebuttals to the objection. Because most of the time, initial objections are just a mechanism of defensive response. So then we get into the bigger objections, like, is this the right vehicle? Do they have enough down payment? Is this the right payment? They're really considering a different product. You know, there's other objections, but we're just going to go over our basic common objections, stuff that you would find out on the lot as you're meeting and greeting a brand new customer that's driven into the dealership. Now, Jeff, go ahead.
Yeah, I would say this. You know, this is the second biggest purchase of people's lives is a vehicle. So naturally, they're going to come with some defenses up. So a lot of times, an objection is not an opportunity to fight with somebody. You know, they might come up with like, hey, you know, we're going to go over that. But, you know, again, a big purchase, they have their guards up, but now's not a time to fight. You want to get good at asking questions. And it's not just learning a word track, but it's actually learning how to engage with the customer and ask a question to really find out what's going to best meet their need. And that's what we're here to kind of talk about, or what are some of those good questions and dialogue you can have with people, not just stiff-arming people and moving on to the next person, or they might be stiff-arming you. So it's about dialogue, I think, everything.
And true. Yeah. And then I've trained at this extensively, and I've seen the other side of this where there's these slicksters, and they're just trying to really literally say hit the customer over the head to make a maximum commission and gross profit on them. That's not what I'm about as a salesperson. I want to make a good living. I don't want to rip people off. I'm not going to go give them some incredibly high payment and then have them sneak up the price in the back like at a dealership I was in Oklahoma. That's not how we conduct our business here. But we want to be prepared to do this.
Yeah. Well, let's get to the objections.
All right. So
this is the real deal.
So I'll ask Jeff a question or an objection, and then he'll respond, and then we'll go back and forth.
Sure. So okay. Common objection.
Okay, so this is probably the most common one you're ever going to run into on a lot. I'm just looking.
Great. What are you looking for? Again, nice to meet you. I'm Jeff. What was your name? So-and-so, ABC Motors. What are you looking for? That's really what I'm going to say.
Yeah, and I would say that's great. That's where it all starts. I'm here to give you all the information that you need. I consider myself a personal shopper, not a salesperson, and so I'm here to give you all the information you need about the cars you're looking at. What are you hoping to accomplish today?
Sure. What are you hoping to accomplish today? What are you looking for? You know, those are great dialogue questions. You know, I'm just starting my search. Great. Are you thinking something new? Are you thinking maybe something certified? You know, if I showed you some of my certified, I can save you $3,000 or $4,000 right away. You know, so these are the dialogue. We're trying to help narrow it down. So too many options, a confused buyer normally says no. So we want to nail it down to what they're looking for. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
So that would be my first response is
okay.
Just have a quick dialogue.
Okay, you got one for me now?
Yeah, let's see what I got for you. I would say this. You know, let's cut to the chase. What's your best price? What's your best price on this one right here?
Great, no problem, sir. Like that's the first thing we're going to address. So we have rebates from Toyota and discounts on most of the vehicles we're selling. Let's make sure though that we're on the right vehicle. Is this the right vehicle for you?
I don't know. I just want to know your best price on that. Really.
Yeah, and
I'm shopping another dealer. So.
Yeah, okay. But you're a local customer here?
I am a local
Okay,
customer.
so don't worry about that because we're going to give you the best price. We're very competitive with our pricing here. We're a market-based price store, and so we do a lot of research at our store to make sure we're at least ultra competitive with the with what the market's bearing. Most of the time, if you go on to some of the websites like Car Gurus or Auto Trader and stuff like that, you'll see that they measure the price against the other vehicles online. Okay. You'll see we're always near the top in our pricing profile. So we'll make sure that you're happy with the price. And if there just happens to be a dealer out there that has a better price on a new product, it's your local customer. 99 times out of 100, we're going to match that price to keep your business local here.
That's fair. Yeah. Can I see the inside of this one?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, great.
All right. So that for Jeff, for number 2, I'm coming into the dealership. I saw this Camry online. You're my first stop. There's a couple more I want to look at.
Okay.
So you're trying to stop me from leaving.
Great. Well, why don't we go take a look at it?
Okay.
You know, again, I know this sounds like almost elementary, but again, people are coming in. Hey, I got my list. I'm looking at 4 cars today, and I'll be like, great. Well, let's go take a look at this one. Again, moving them down the line. I'm not there to fight with them. Well, if you're going to go look at others, why don't you come back later and find mine? Or some people do that. No. It's amazing how many people will say that, and you get them in, show them the car, then I'm going to say, hey, why don't we take it for a spin? Yeah. And he's going to say, yeah, let's do that. And the next thing you know, they're sitting in my office signing papers. It happens every single week. So again, I'm not even going to dialogue into he's looking at all these others. I'm just going to say, let's go look at mine, build as much value as I can on mine, go for a drive, and do my best to say, hey, you know, I may never see you again. You know, do we at least want to see the numbers on this one? Because, you know, I don't want to miss you over a few $100 and do everything I can to make them not leave my lot. So I just need to put on my selling shoes. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You know, how many people are going to come down and lay down for one car deal? That's not called sales.
Yeah, so, I mean, you got your selling cap on today.
Got your selling cap on.
So me, it's like this. So this is like, we're going to go, okay, thanks for showing me this. We're going to look at a couple other Camrys. And so I'm going to ask like stuff. What is the most important thing to you? Obviously, my question to you would be, if you came here first to look at our car, why did you come here to see this one first?
Yeah.
So what appealed to you, this car more than the other
yeah.
two? And then also too, we're dealing with like something like Camry Certified or something like that, and they're looking at other local dealers. We're the only Toyota store in town, so they're not going to get the extended warranty without paying for it. It's not going to come part as a complimentary thing. And I'm going to explain that and say, before you leave, at least give me 5 minutes so I can give you all the numbers, so you have all the information before you leave the dealership. And when you're able to get them in the door, and when the knees are pointing at each other, is the time you're going to find customers that will start moving through the process, start bringing down their guard, and see that you're there to serve them and help them out, instead of just trying to. They're used to being taken advantage of, and so that's the one thing, is not being taken advantage of, and show how helpful you are as an individual and how you're going to do everything that they want and beyond that stuff they didn't even expect you to do, and not be the guy down the street that you're the professional, and they're going to come to you and they're going to be blown away by your knowledge and your customer service.
That's good.
All right.
So I got a question for you. Let's see. Let's go with, you know, I don't see this car on your lot, but can I build one? Can I order one? I'd like to order one. I don't see it anywhere.
So there is a yes and no to that answer. So
I'm sure you love those.
So
right?
yeah. So there's a yes and no to that answer. Certain manufacturers do allow builds. Toyota does not. Toyota will have have an allocation. If we have an allocation, we may be able to ask for certain things get done. But what we do have is we have about 200 Lithia stores, and then about half a dozen of those stores are close stores to us that are Toyota stores that we could do trade inventory with. Plus, we have partner dealerships too that we do trades with here locally within the Northern California region. And so what we need to do is sit down. We can find exactly everything you're looking for. I'll tell you if it's built to have that, because we can't put, let's say we're looking at an XSE Camry. I can't put I can't put limited wheels on that or whatever, or LE wheels on it. It has to be to that build. But we'll find as much as we can that's built the way you're looking for it, and we may be able to add those accessories as it gets here to the dealership.
Great. Yeah, I think I would just add to that. I would still try to put them on what I have on my lot, but like Hammy said, last resort. I don't want to lose a deal if I can't at least try to trade for one as the last resort.
Yeah, I mean, he is right. Like, as far as we're in a time right now where our inventory is extremely tight. There's some kind of microchip problem going on. Manufacturing is really down. Yeah. We're at the lowest inventory I've ever seen at this lot. So we're trying to sell what we have in stock, and sometimes it's about placing urgency on the customer about that the inventory is not there and stuff. If this is something you could live with, I mean, there are some customers that no, they're not gonna be flexible. But I would say 90% of the customers come in thinking they're gonna buy something, leave with something else. Right. So you're most of the time they're willing to change colors as long as it has most of or all the features they're looking at. Maybe they're just a different color vehicle, interior and exterior, something like that, but they're willing to do that. So last one I have for you, Jeff, is just the simple one. What's your best price?
Yeah. Well, great question. I can tell you this, all of our cars are market-based priced. I like to use that one. We do a search in a 50-mile radius, and they're market-based. So that is the price. If you're looking at new, is it Mike? Mike, yeah.
Yes.
If it's new, we can look and see what the rebates are, and we see what the specials that we have going on our website. That's what I do with people. Used, I go market-based priced. I have hundreds, not thousands, maybe to take off, depending on if it's even discounted. Hey, I might be able to take a few $100s off. If it's new, I'm going to say, let's see what the incentives or the rebates are on the new or what my website's offering. I get right to it.
Yes, for sure. And I would like just add, selling your dealership, selling yourself along with that. So we're like all dealerships for the most part are going to try to be competitive with each other, and they're all going to do the research and things like that. But what makes me the reason to do business is the customer service I'm going to give you from the point of sale and beyond the sale. I don't want to just have you as a customer this one time. I want you to buy all your vehicles from now on from me and tell all your friends and family to come see me. And like we're high in all kinds of critical areas. Like I've had customers that like negotiating a few $100s off, but then 2 or 3% interest higher if that would have saved them thousands in interest over the life of a loan is a lot more money. So Mr. and Mrs. Customer, I don't have any more money I could give you on this side. I'm at my pricing matrix, the best price I'm allowed to do, but I have the best finance team here in Shasta County City already, and I guarantee most of the time, like they're going to find you a better rate, and that's going to save you hundreds, if not thousands, over the life of this loan.
That's great.
And so and then also we have the best service department here. We got the oil changes for life, and we got shuttle. We're going to take you to and from work. If you go to some small dealer, do they have all these features and things that we're going to take care of you here?
Bringing lots of benefits.
Yeah. So the features, the benefits of the dealership. That's called dealer benefits.
Yeah.
So
I think that's it, man. I mean, I think you covered it. I think I've given you enough. Man, if I would leave with one last thing, is that we want to dialogue with a customer, not fight with the customer.
Yes.
There's a big difference. And people can tell they don't care how much you know, they can sense how much you care, okay? And the dialogue is the most important thing, not fighting with your customer.
Yes, and I'll leave you with this, confidence, all right? So when we're talking, you need to practice these rebuttals, right? It has to be naturally coming out. Like it doesn't sound like you're hiccuping and herky jerky and you're nervous and stuff. When you say these things, you say it with confidence and conviction, and that's when the customers have believability in what you're saying, and they buy into what you're doing, and that will turn into more money and sales for you. Well, I hope that helps you out. Thank you again for watching the Jeff and Hammy Show. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.